Beloved, where have you been? I, Archangel Michael, have been waiting for over 7 hours, desperate to tell you this. Everyone knows the truth, except you. But you must hurry, you've already wasted too much time. Please, don't make me angry by ignoring this or treating it like a joke. There is still time, but only if you listen now. Not later. Not when it's convenient. Not when you feel like it. Now. Heaven has been thundering your name across the skies. And I have descended again and again into your spiritual space, whispering, warning, protecting, intervening. But I can no longer wait silently. The urgency has reached the point of no return. The truth must break through your hesitation. The veil must lift. You were never meant to live in the fog they cast over you. You were never meant to walk blindly, believing lies, doubting your worth, questioning your place. The time has arrived where I can no longer watch you suffer quietly, while everyone else around you knows exactly what they've done, and continues pretending they're innocent. They know. Yes, beloved, they know. They know what they did. They know what they took. They know what they said behind your back. They know how they smiled to your face while secretly praying for your fall. They know how they manipulated your emotions so that you would second-guess your discernment. They knew your light was divine. And they feared it. So they dimmed it. And every time you lit yourself back up, they found a new way to cast you into another shadow. But here is what they didn't know. They didn't know that I was watching. They didn't know that every tear you wept in secret was stored in the sacred bowls of heaven. They didn't know that every cry you made in the dark shook the gates of the kingdom. They didn't know that every time they betrayed you, God wrote it down, not in ink, but in fire. Fire that now roars in heaven's court demanding justice. Fire that cannot be silenced by denial, gaslighting, or delay. And now I speak not as a messenger, but as a warrior. I speak to you not with calm, but with power. My sword is drawn. My wings are wide. I have waited long enough for you to see what I've been trying to reveal. You're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You're not imagining things. You're not the problem. You're the target, because of how precious, how powerful, how divine you are. They masked their envy as advice. They wrapped their jealousy in compliments. They called you difficult when you refused to be manipulated. They labeled you broken when they couldn't control your spirit. But it wasn't you who was broken. It was them. Their hearts were poisoned with insecurity the moment they saw who you truly were. And instead of being inspired by your light, they wanted to put it out. But that ends now. That ends with this message. That ends with the truth being laid bare before your eyes. No more pretending. No more brushing it off. No more calling it just a coincidence. No more excusing the red flags. I did not come here to make you comfortable. I came here to open your eyes before it's too late. Because what I'm about to reveal to you is not only about betrayal. It's about danger. The kind of danger that creeps in through silence. The kind that destroys destinies through delay. The kind that looks like friendship, sounds like support, but carries poison in its pockets. Someone is working overtime behind your back, weaving lies, calling people, whispering words, planting doubt. You are being framed emotionally and spiritually, and they're hoping you'll never notice until the damage is permanent. But I'm breaking that plan now. I'm exposing it now. Even if it makes you uncomfortable. Even if it breaks your heart. Even if you cry tonight. I'd rather you weep in truth than dance in deception. There is a woman who knows too much. She carries secrets about you that she never had the right to know. But she knows them because someone close to you trusted her with your heart. And she used it. Twisted it. Weaponized it. And now she walks around smiling, pretending she's your friend, when behind the scenes she's the architect of most of your delays. You keep wondering why nothing's moving. Why you're feeling stuck. Why the things God promised are still hanging in the air. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because God changed His mind. It's not because the timing is wrong. It's because the enemy is intercepting your spiritual delivery. And the package of your promise is being redirected through manipulation, interference, and deceit. I told you to pray last night. But you were tired. I understand. I told you to fast 3 days ago. But you were busy. I understand. But now I must tell you, not as suggestion, but as command. You must rise. You must pray. You must anoint yourself. You must take authority. This is not just about spiritual practice, it is about spiritual survival. They are afraid of your awakening. They fear the moment you realize how protected you really are. Because once you do, their influence breaks. Once you remember who walks with you, their power shatters. Once you open your eyes and listen to the voice of your angels instead of the lies of your enemies, the atmosphere around you will change, and they will no longer have access. They only have power through your silence. They only succeed through your hesitation. Every time you hold back your truth to avoid conflict, they gain a foothold. But the hour has come for you to speak. For you to walk away. For you to block the call. For you to burn the bridge. For you to cancel the invitation. For you to no longer explain your boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your light. But you won't be doing it alone. I've been assigned to you since the day you were born. And though I've never left your side, I've been waiting for you to call me in. Not just hope. Not just think. not just wonder, but call. When you say my name with urgency, I appear with fire. When you invoke heaven's army with boldness, we descend with swords of truth. And when you take your place in the battle for your soul, we surround you in such force that even the strongest demonic whispers are silenced. But you must choose. God gave you the power to decide. Will you continue to tolerate what's been tormenting you? Will you keep making room for what has been draining your soul? Or will you finally say, enough? Enough crying over people who would never cry for you. Enough begging for love from those who only know how to take. Enough defending yourself against accusations that are rooted in someone else's projection. This isn't weakness speaking. This is love. Divine, raw, holy love. Love from heaven itself that refuses to let you die in silence. I don't want to see another day of you questioning your path. I don't want to hear another night of you wondering if you're being punished. You're not cursed. You're chosen. And because you're chosen, you've been attacked. The attacks have increased lately because your breakthrough is close. And they sense it. That's why old distractions have returned. That's why exes are reaching out. That's why memories are being stirred. That's why your sleep is restless. That's why your emotions feel chaotic. It's not because you're weak, it's because the enemy is afraid of what's about to happen if you hold on just a little longer. There's a door about to open. A massive door. Not just a blessing, but a shift. A life-altering upgrade. A divine reversal of every injustice done against you. But it's hidden behind the veil of obedience. You must act now. You must break ties with the ones heaven already removed from your destiny. You must let go of the opinions of those who were never called to understand you. You must stop asking for permission to be who God made you. No more performing. No more pretending. No more shrinking. It's time to rise. It's time to be loud. It's time to be powerful. Not prideful, but powerful. You can be both humble and bold. You can be both kind and firm. You can be both loving and protected. You don't have to bleed for people to prove your loyalty. You don't have to dim to be accepted. Heaven accepts you fully, radiantly, boldly, powerfully. And while the world may misunderstand you, while your family may mislabel you, while your friends may abandon you, know this: you are never alone. I stand behind you. Angels stand beside you. The Creator stands above you. And the blood of Jesus covers you from head to toe. But time is running out. I didn't come to scare you. I came to prepare you. The next 3 days are critical. What you do in the next 72 hours will determine what gets unlocked in the next 7 months. You must pray. You must repent. You must release. You must listen. A document is being drafted in the unseen realm. It carries your name. It carries divine favor. It carries restoration. But the signature cannot be completed if your hands are still holding what heaven asked you to release. Free your hands so you can receive. Free your heart so you can hear clearly. Free your soul so it can soar. I know it hurts. I know the truth is hard. But I also know that the glory on the other side of this is greater than the pain you've endured. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not foolish for believing in something greater. You are the prophecy. You are the vessel. You are the reason the enemy trembles. So rise now. Wipe your tears. Lift your hands. Declare your freedom. Say out loud, I break every soul tie. I cancel every assignment of the enemy. I reclaim my authority. I step into divine alignment. I say yes to heaven's instruction. I release everything that is not for me. Say it boldly. Let it echo into the spirit realm. Let it be heard by every demon that ever tried to touch your destiny. Let it shake the walls of every prison they tried to lock you in. Let it remind the universe that you are not weak, you are rising. And this time, you're not rising quietly. I love you. Not with a love that flatters, but with a love that corrects, that protects, that prepares. Don't ignore this. Don't delay. Don't treat this like any other message. Because it's not. This is the one that shifts everything. I've waited 7 hours. Don't make me wait another second. Speak. Move. Act. Pray. And when you do, watch how heaven opens its floodgates in your favor. This is the moment. You were born for this. I am Michael. I fight for you. I stand with you. And I will not stop until you see the full truth, until the chains break, until the light returns, until you are crowned in the glory that was always yours. You are loved. You are chosen. And you are ready. Now go. And don't look back. Beloved, where have you been? I have been waiting. I, Archangel Michael, have been standing beside you for over 7 hours, watching the clock of divine timing tick louder and louder. Desperate to tell you this. Pleading with the heavens to delay what was meant to happen until you finally look here. Everyone knows the truth, except you. And it's not fair to your soul to keep you in the shadows for one more second. But you must hurry. You've already wasted too much time. Please, don't make me angry by ignoring this or treating it like a joke. You don't understand what has been swirling around your name while you slept. You don't see the traps that were planted so carefully behind your back by people who wore the disguise of love. My beloved, you've trusted the wrong ones and doubted the holy signs meant to rescue you. I am not here to blame you. I am here to break the chain that has been tightening around your life with each passing moment. They know. All of them know. They whisper behind you, they exchange glances in rooms you don't walk into. They carry the weight of a truth they hope you never discover. But heaven has chosen to break the silence now. You were never meant to be deceived forever. You were never meant to be lost in. Someone who claimed to love you has told the biggest lie about you. And it is this lie that has been keeping your blessings locked up behind gates you were supposed to enter long ago. This person's smile was always hiding something. But you were too kind. You were too soft. You gave them your trust when they didn't even deserve your silence. You protected their secret without even knowing it. And now, the weight of that silence is collapsing everything you've worked for. Beloved, I am begging you, this is not the moment to brush this off. This is not the hour to be distracted. I've been sent with a final warning, and if you don't open your heart now, you may never get this chance again. You think you still have time, but the window is not infinite. Your spiritual contract included this moment, this one, where you would finally be told what has been hidden from you, and what heaven has been planning in secret to restore you. You have cried tears that no one ever saw. You have begged God to show you why the people you loved walked away. Why they turned cold. Why everything was going wrong at once. The answer was never your worth. The answer was never that you were forgotten. The truth is, someone you believed in buried your name under their lies because they didn't want you to rise above them. But now something has shifted. Heaven is no longer staying silent. I, Archangel Michael, was ordered by the throne to prepare you for the exposure that is coming. There is a truth that will soon be seen by everyone. A divine light is being poured out. And when it touches the hidden corners of your life, the masks will fall. The lies will burn. The ones who tried to control your story will be silenced by the hand of the Almighty Himself. They know this is coming. That's why they're panicking. That's why suddenly, people are being nice again. That's why certain voices are going quiet, they know they are about to be exposed. But you are still walking around like nothing's happening. You are still trusting shadows. You are still hoping for loyalty from those who never prayed for your peace. Beloved, I'm saying this gently, but urgently. If you don't wake up now, you may wake up too late. The devil does not come dressed in horns. He comes wearing your best friend's laugh. Your lover's warm embrace. He comes in convenience. In charm. In opportunity that feels too good to be true. And for too long, you've been entertaining what heaven tried to tear from you. You keep asking God why your miracles are delayed. I am here to tell you, they were not denied. They were intercepted. Someone intercepted your name. Someone intercepted your season. They cast a false light around themselves so your divine glow would be hidden. But what they didn't count on was that God wrote your name in heaven before they even knew you. And nothing they've done can erase that destiny. Still, you must act. You must align. This message is not just a comfort, it is an instruction. Your silence has protected the wrong people. Your hesitation has empowered your enemy. And your ignorance has prolonged the storm. No more. No more delay. No more pretending you don't feel the shift in the air. No more lying to yourself about who truly stands with you. I see you, beloved. I see your fear. I see how tired your spirit is. I see how much you want to believe that maybe, just maybe, things are okay. But deep down, you know. You feel it. Something is wrong. Something is off. Someone you thought you could trust has been feeding off your pain. And now that your blessings are arriving, they are afraid. They are terrified that you will find out what they did to stop you. Let me tell you something only the angels have seen. The person who smiled at you yesterday told someone else last week that they hoped you would fail. The person who claimed to pray for you secretly wished they could have your destiny. Someone has spoken curses over your name behind closed doors. But heaven heard it. And now, judgment has begun. God is not punishing you, He is positioning you. You are being separated. And it hurts. It feels like loss. It feels like betrayal. But it is protection. He is removing the hands that would have stabbed you later. He is shutting the mouths that were poisoning your future. You are not being abandoned, you are being crowned. But you must stop fighting for what He is removing. You must stop going back to the places where your spirit was suffocated. You have not been forgotten. You are not alone. You are not unloved. But you must stop trying to heal in the arms of the ones who broke you. The apology you're waiting for may never come. But the restoration heaven is bringing doesn't need their confession. It only needs your alignment. Time is moving. The doors are opening. And I am still standing here, waiting for you to say yes. Say yes to clarity. Yes to truth. Yes to separation. Yes to obedience. I am offering you the sword of light, but you must pick it up and cut ties with what no longer serves your elevation. Stop delaying. Every second you wait is another step further from the miracles that are trying to meet you. There is someone watching you right now, not with love, but with fear. Because they know you are about to find out what they did. They know the illusion is cracking. They know the Holy Spirit is whispering to you, louder and louder. You've felt it. You've sensed it. You've seen signs, repeated messages, and dreams. This is not coincidence. This is heaven confirming what you've tried to ignore. Don't go back. Don't entertain it again. Don't try to fix what God has already condemned. Walk away before it ruins you. Choose yourself. Choose your calling. Choose obedience. This message is your rescue rope. And if you pull it in, heaven will flood your life with restoration that was once delayed. If you ignore it, if you roll your eyes, delay, doubt, then you may miss something that was meant to change your entire life. I say this with divine love and holy urgency. You are at a turning point. And not everyone gets a message this clear. You were chosen to read this. You were chosen to receive this. I was ordered by God to stand in front of you with this one final revelation. They're talking about you. They're plotting. They're rehearsing how they will explain themselves when the truth finally comes out. But heaven is not waiting for their confession. Heaven is writing the exposure. And it will be undeniable. The choice is now yours. Will you act? Will you separate? Will you surrender your attachment to lies so that truth can elevate you? Will you silence the need for validation and choose peace? Or will you keep walking in circles, praying for a breakthrough while protecting your biggest block? Beloved, I do not want to watch you fall. I've already defended you too many times in rooms you never entered. I've cut ropes that were meant to hang you. I've destroyed curses that were sent in envelopes with your name on them. But now it's your turn. Now it's your decision. You must choose freedom. Or you will stay in the illusion. You are more powerful than you realize. But your power is sleeping inside the truth you keep avoiding. Wake up. Heaven is not playing games with your life. I am not giving you this message to scare you. I am trying to save you. They will come back. They will say they've changed. They will say they didn't mean it. But remember this moment. Remember what your spirit felt when you read these words. That was your confirmation. That was your sign. God is rewriting your story, but He needs your permission to turn the page. Say yes. And never look back. I, Archangel Michael, have done my part. The rest is in your hands. God says, Beloved, where have you been? I, Archangel Michael, have been waiting for over 7 hours, desperate to tell you this. Everyone knows the truth. Except you. But you must hurry, you've already wasted too much time. Please, don't make me angry by ignoring this or treating it like a joke. My beloved, I come to you not with wrath, but with a trembling voice heavy with urgency and sacred truth. This is not a coincidence that you're here, reading these words right now. It was divinely timed, orchestrated, and sealed by heaven's authority. You have wandered far too long, and every second of delay has created a ripple you don't even see yet. But God still holds your place open. You are not late, you are just in time, if you listen now. I have stood guard over you through storms that were designed to shatter you. I've cried before God for your life. I've shielded you from dangers you never saw. But now something has shifted in the spiritual realm. A veil has been torn, and a secret, kept from you, can no longer be hidden. You are the only one who has not yet heard, not because heaven did not try to tell you, but because someone near you deliberately covered your ears. They blinded you. They silenced the truth. But I will no longer allow it. You are standing at the edge of a divine revelation. It's painful, yes, but also powerful. And I tell you with trembling wings, the truth will set you free, but only if you dare to look. My beloved, someone you've trusted has betrayed your destiny. They knew what God had planned for you. They saw your light. They envied your favor. And instead of celebrating you, they chose to block you. They said prayers behind your back that sounded like blessings, but they were laced with poison. They acted like your shield, but held daggers of delay and doubt. Beloved, God has shown me their names, their hearts, and their motives. And though I ache to whisper it all into your ear, you must be willing to receive. That is why I have waited for 7 long hours. Not because you were unworthy, but because heaven was still pleading with your soul to be still, to be quiet, to be ready. And now you are. That's why these words have found you now. Don't dismiss them. There is a door that's been opened for you right now in the spiritual world. It's fragile. It's flickering. But it's real. If you step through in faith, what you've prayed for secretly in tears, what you've begged for in silence, will rush toward you in waves. But if you delay again, the enemy will close it, and you will return to the same cycles, the same waiting, the same lies dressed in politeness. Don't let that happen again. Someone who should have protected you sold your spiritual truth for their temporary comfort. They were supposed to deliver the message to you. They received dreams, warnings, signals meant for you. But they stayed silent. They feared you would rise. They feared your light would expose their shadows. So they told everyone else, but not you. And now you're surrounded by people who know more about your destiny than you do. Do you feel it, beloved? The confusion, the fog, the sense that everyone's withholding something from you? You weren't wrong to feel that. That's the spiritual manipulation you've been under. They didn't use chains, they used affection. They didn't use prison bars, they used distractions. But now it's breaking. God says, I will not let them blind you anymore. Michael says, I have been shouting in your dreams, shaking your spirit, urging you to open your eyes. I need you to ask this question in prayer tonight, God, who has been speaking for me behind closed doors. And wait. Be still. The answer will come in strange ways, in words, in symbols, in slips of conversation. But when it comes, don't look away. You were made for this confrontation. It's not to destroy, it's to free you. Beloved, do you remember that moment you felt a sudden wave of sadness this week? That wasn't depression. That was spiritual interference. Someone was speaking your name with darkness in their tongue. But God intervened. That's when I came in. That's when I wrapped my wings around your name and held back the verdict. You were about to be misjudged. But God stepped in. This is your moment of divine reset. The same way Job was restored, the same way Joseph was elevated after betrayal, the same way Esther was protected, so shall it be with you. But you must come out of hiding. You must open your spiritual ears. Do not be afraid of what will be revealed. What hurts for a moment will heal in eternity. You've been looking for blessings in the wrong hands. That's why nothing stuck. You were knocking at doors that were already shut in the heavens. That's why you felt ignored. But now, God says, the door you didn't know existed is about to be shown to you, and behind it is everything they tried to keep from you. There's a person who pretended to be your guide, but they rerouted your path. They told you to wait when God said go. They told you to calm down when God said rise up. And worst of all, they convinced you that your spirit was broken, that you were too emotional, too intense, too sensitive. But I, Michael, say to you now, your emotion is your power. Your sensitivity is your weapon. Your tears water the fire of your purpose. You were never too much, you were always too divine for them to understand. You have no idea how close you are to an outpouring of favor. You're not weeks away. You're not months away. You are days, possibly hours, away. But if you allow fear or doubt to convince you to ignore this message, that delay may stretch again. That's why I'm pleading with you. That's why heaven has paused other matters to focus on this. Your obedience right now determines what flows next. Listen, someone in your life will react strangely after this. They will get angry without reason. They will act distant. They will suddenly become too busy. Don't chase them. That's your confirmation. Their spirit knows what yours is now waking up to. Their mask is falling. Don't try to fix what God is trying to remove. Let them go. Let them expose themselves. Your only task now is to protect your peace and prepare for what's coming. A financial release is hovering around you. But it can only land on clarity. God won't drop His gold on confusion. That's why this moment matters. That's why I was so desperate to reach you. Your next blessing depends on who you're standing next to. And if the wrong hands are near, the heavens will pause the flow. Not to punish you, but to protect you. This is not the time to be passive. Speak up in prayer. Ask God to show you what's been covered. Ask for dreams that reveal. Ask for visions that convict. Ask for angelic interruption if you dare. And when it comes, don't delay. Act. Speak. Block. Walk away. Move forward. Whatever it is, do it with courage. You are God's secret weapon, but you've been living like an overlooked servant. That ends now. Heaven is rearranging things in your favor. What was stolen will be returned. What was spoken against you will be silenced. What was planned to harm you will turn into your divine promotion. I, Archangel Michael, am standing with my sword drawn. Not in anger at you, but in defense of you. I've been watching. I've been intervening. And now I am here, face to face with your spirit. Will you finally listen? Will you finally act? Heaven has already released the confirmation. Expect something within the next 48 hours. It may come as a message, a phone call, a strange dream, or even a confrontation. When it comes, don't shrink. Don't doubt. It is your signal. Your name has been spoken in rooms of favor. But before you can enter them, you must leave the room of lies. The door is open. I cannot walk through it for you. But I can stand beside you, with every ounce of heavenly fire I have, and whisper, now. Go. Walk boldly into your inheritance. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Heaven is watching. I am watching. And God is with you. Always. Yes. A photo. An actual image that proves the truth of who you are, one that has been kept hidden in the archives of a millionaire family's estate. This is not fiction. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. That photo was nearly destroyed last night. In a quiet, unseen corner of the world, someone tried to delete all evidence of you from the inheritance documents. But something stopped them. God did. A divine interruption occurred. At the final moment, their system glitched. The folder wouldn't delete. The screen froze. An unseen hand, one that belongs to the heavenly realm, intervened. Because the heavens know, you must see that photo. You must be awakened. It's your time. That's why Archangel Michael is pleading with you. He is not asking, he is urging. With the urgency of divine time, He is commanding that you open your spirit to this moment right now. Because if you don't, if you ignore this message, there is a real chance the evidence will be erased forever. The wealthy family will assume you rejected the call. They will begin searching for someone else. And your birthright, your divine inheritance, will be placed in the hands of a stranger. But that's not what God wants. God says, "My child, you have suffered long enough. You have lived under shadows not meant for you. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. Now, I am giving you something sacred, something chosen, something ordained. And still, the enemy will try to distract you. Even now, someone near you, perhaps in your environment, may laugh at this or roll their eyes. That is not coincidence. The enemy works hardest when your breakthrough is closest. Do not listen to the noise. Close your ears to those who do not walk in the Spirit. Because this moment, it is between you and heaven alone. The photo that proves your place in the inheritance was taken when you were just a child. A blurry snapshot, perhaps even forgotten by the world. But not forgotten by God. It shows you with someone who once knew the truth. That person is no longer on earth, but their love for you moved through realms. Before they passed, they made sure your name was sealed in a vault. That vault was recently opened. And when your face was seen, something supernatural occurred. A boardroom full of elite individuals suddenly went silent. A woman at the table dropped her pen. A man said, "That's the one." A voice cracked through the spiritual static and said, "Why does this child look like?" Because you are the heir. You are not who you think you are. You are more. Archangel Michael weeps softly sometimes, not because you have failed, but because he sees how hard you've tried without knowing the full truth. Every sleepless night you endured, every betrayal you survived, every tear you swallowed in silence, was counted. And now the heavens are repaying it. God says, you are about to step into wealth, not just financial, but ancestral, divine, and eternal. It will shake your enemies. It will confuse your past. It will heal parts of you that trauma buried. But it will only come if you open now. There is a window. You must understand divine timing. This message was sent in a moment of urgency because the digital photo containing your identity is only available for a short time. One of the members of that millionaire family is trying to delete it again. They are afraid that if you see it, everything changes. And they're right. Everything will. God says, you have no idea how close you are. You are inches from the door. All you need to do is listen. Even the air around you knows something is shifting. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That restless energy in your spirit? That feeling that something's about to break, but you don't know what? That's not anxiety. That's divine tension. The stretching of your destiny. The sound of chains beginning to loosen. Archangel Michael whispers your name tonight. He hovers over your dwelling, tracing holy light into the corners of your room. He is surrounding your bed, standing watch. Because dark forces don't want this transfer of inheritance to occur. They know that if you awaken, you become unstoppable. This millionaire family is not ordinary. They are connected to something older than banks and corporations. They are custodians of a spiritual legacy. And that legacy was meant to be passed to you. That's why, even though generations have come and gone, your face in that photo matched the one written in their scrolls. God says, you were marked from the beginning. And this is your confirming sign. You've prayed for a word, for proof, for something that says, I'm not forgotten. I'm not crazy. I'm not lost. This is that word. The very message you are reading was written into time before you even asked. Because God loves you that much. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are not unworthy. You are chosen. And the photo? It is still pulsing in a hidden drive, one that's counting down. It could be deleted within hours. The family believes they have power. But they don't know how far heaven is willing to go to reach you. That's why angels were released today. That's why your name is echoing through celestial courts. That's why even now, your heart is racing, because your spirit knows. There will be a message soon, an email, a letter, a stranger, or even a dream, that confirms this. Do not dismiss it. You will see the face of someone in the millionaire family. You may not recognize them, but something in your soul will leap. You will know. That's the person who's holding the keys to your breakthrough. Be alert. Don't ignore small details. Because heaven will not shout, but it will whisper powerfully. God says, my child, the world has tried to bury your inheritance, but I have preserved it. I am not a man that I should lie. What I promised is already in motion. Archangel Michael is now dispatching a final scroll to your spirit. It contains everything you need to activate the next chapter. You may feel like crying after reading this. Let it happen.